We gotta do something about this mudroom.
Welcome to the Buildout! Today we'll be doing a first part of a multi-part series of improving Alan's mudroom. You'll notice there's a ton of shoes on the floor, and he'll be building out a shoe storage bench. So stay tuned. First things first, we've got to clean up the area, and then we'll start building stuff.
I'm gonna cover up the vent, a little masking tape so nothing falls down in there, because I don't want to have to fish anything out. Next step, I actually want to incorporate this piece of baseboard in the actual structure of the bench that we're going to put in. We're going to build a little bench. It's got some shoe storage underneath it. And I want to use the baseboard inside the borders of that bench to help tie everything together. Need to get it out of the way. So we're going to cut the caulking with a utility knife, really gently pry the baseboard away from the wall so we can reuse this. One piece.
Here's Alan's cut list, and over the next few scenes you'll see him cutting out the top, the base, the uprights, the shelves, and the front piece for the vent. So enjoy this B-roll of Alan cutting some plywood, and we'll get back to you once we start putting it together.
Most miter gauges have these little slots in the back where you can just screw a piece of wood in real quick. So I made sure it was square, and then I real quickly threw a piece of wood in there. This cut of the baseboard is going to be way down the back, like hidden from view. It doesn't have to be super perfect, so perfect use case for this.
So what Alan just did was he cut out the top piece, the shelves, the uprights, piece for the vent, baseboard for the back, and structural support pieces for the back. I call this making the Legos, so now we're going to go put the Legos together. We are going to put this together using the Kreg pocket hole system. Now watch as Alan glues and Kreg screws together the pieces to his shoe bench. You'll notice that he's putting it together upside down, and at the end he's going to flip it over so it's right side up. So notice Alan's using his existing shelf flipped upside down to perfectly space his uprights so that they're just going to fit exactly right when he screws them down. You can see as Alan places the final upright, there's a little bit of overhang from the top piece, and that's okay because we're going to clean that up with a router later.
We now have all the uprights secured. We need to add some little support blocks here that will kind of keep everything a little more 90 degrees, make sure everything's perpendicular. And it will also be, this will be the top of the bench, so this will be hidden from view when you're looking at it from the top. Once these are in place, what we'll do is I'll make some spacers and then fit my shelves. Make sure it's nice and snug. here. And we'll attach them with our Kreg screws at a consistent height all the way across.
Now this is the part of the show where Alan makes spacers to put the shelves on.
This will make sense in a minute.
Here's where those spacers that Alan just made come really in handy. It's going to make sure that each one of the shelves that he puts in are the exact same height as the other.
Planned out my cuts very carefully, so that came together quickly. I didn't plan out where all the pocket hole screws are going to go. And what I've done is I've positioned each side screw in exactly the same spot. So we're going to wind up with the screws are going to hit each other when they come through this 3/4 inch piece of material. So what I'm going to do is drill a second set of pocket holes, just maybe an inch off, so that they won't interfere. They'll go past each other. Skip.
So Alan does a little boogie as he finishes securing the baseboard structural piece. He's going to flip it over so he can then use a router to trim off that extra bit that we were talking about earlier. Then we bring it in to do a test fit over the vent. It fits well, so we feel confident enough to start building out the vent cover piece. He's measuring this so that we know how to cut out the perfect measurement for the metal vent piece. And then we use a drill and a jigsaw to cut out the hole.
To construct the face frame, I used my 3/4 by 1.5 inch poplar and cut a long piece for the top, 5 uprights, and then custom cut the mid-height shelves to make sure they fit exactly. In order to secure them to the cabinet, I used wood glue and 18 gauge 2-inch brad nails.
I'm gonna put my shoes away. Me too. This thing seems pretty sturdy.
Thanks, Ben. Needs to be sturdy, you gotta stand up. 2 young boys. But this is a work in progress.
Right.
So we built the bench today. Obviously it's not finished or anything in terms of finished. It's not painted. We've also got a grander plan. We want 4-foot cabinets on either side. We want shelves up each end and then along the ceiling. But for now, we just needed a place to get all those shoes you saw at the beginning of the video out of the way and a place for us to sit when you first get in the house. So.
Great, so if you want to see the rest of the Mudroom build out videos, please subscribe, and we'll also show you more detail about finishing in the next couple videos.
Thanks for watching the build out. If you hit that like button, I may be convinced to make SketchUp plans for a mudroom bench just like this one. Thanks for watching.